Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Real Biz by Andrea. I recently wrote a blog article about how do you find new clients and how do you keep them coming, because this is, of course, something that everybody thinks about. And even if you tell people you work from home or you don't have a 9 to 5 type of job, but you work from home, they will say to you, they may think that that's amazing, and they may say that that's amazing, but then they'll quickly say, or they'll be thinking, oh geez, I couldn't do that because I need to know where the money's coming from. I need to have a stable source of income. I need to provide for my family. So a lot of people don't realize that, yes, that is something that working from home business owners do often struggle with, because you are developing your own business. You are almost going against the norm a little bit, because it is becoming more and more popular depending on where you live, especially. But still, first and foremost, in high school they will teach you have to go to college, you have to go to university to make the money, to make a good living for yourself. But I do think in 10 years or less, or maybe more, it's hard to say, that will change, in that they'll be teaching them in high school, well, you don't have to go to college or university if you don't want to, depending on what you want to do. Of course, if you want to become a lawyer, well, yes, you have to go to college, or you have to go to university, I should say. If you want to be a dental assistant, well, you have to go to college. You can't learn that on your own from home. But if you're the type of person who doesn't really know what they want to do yet, or you've tried working the 9 to 5 and you simply don't like it, even if you recently went to college or you recently went to university and you do have a job now, but you're like, you know what? This isn't for me. I just spent all this money. I know I should be doing this. I do have the skills for it. I should be doing this, but I don't like it. You should and you need to start something from home, because anybody can do it. It's just a matter of pushing forward and coming through those common myths that a lot of people think. And the hugest one, or I should say the biggest one, is that, working from home doesn't mean that you will have a stable income. Well, that's not necessarily true. And I'm going to teach you all how you can get a stable income, because if you don't, I guess, have all your ducks in a row, if you don't stay organized, then yeah, you will have a hard time with stable income. And just one moment, my nose is running. I have allergies again today, so please excuse me. There we go. I'm sorry. My nose was not running earlier, but it just sort of started as I was doing this video. So I'm sorry. There we go. So so I'm going to teach you guys how to get that stable income. But having that said, I make $200 some months. I make $8,000 another month. So you're probably thinking, well, that's not very stable. So you're going to teach me how to get a stable income, but that's not very stable. I don't want that. Well, the first thing you need to do is save. Save your money. So for those months where I made, let's say, $8,000 in one month, I saved a huge portion of that. So for those months that maybe they're a little bit slow, or I took a holiday for 3 weeks and did nothing, no blog writing, no consult calls, no website creation, no nothing, then yes, I will have a slower month. But that's okay, because if I have $5,000 saved up, that's pretty good. Because how I see it is, as long as I'm making about $4,000 a month, I'm happy. You know what? I'm comfortable. Tom and I are comfortable. We still have enough to save. We have enough to, buy something we may not have budgeted for it necessarily, because I do make the money, but Tom and I stick to a budget. We have a budget every single month. And I will say, well, we don't need that super expensive lawnmower because that's not within our budget. We need a lawnmower because, we need to cut the grass. It's looking horrible. I'm sure neighbors are starting to talk, but let's get the one that's $300 cheaper, because you know what? The more expensive one isn't in the budget. But if for some reason we really wanted that $300 more lawnmower, then I would take that out of the savings that we have, and then There you go. But I do have separate accounts as well, which I didn't mention in this blog article, but I have a savings account for, your normal expenses that you may have thought of, but it's nice to have. Like if you decide you want to go on a trip over the weekend, stay in a hotel or something, these things add up. It could be $600 before you know it. I take that out of the savings. But I also have a separate savings account where I put a good chunk of all the income I earn into that, and that is for clearly emergencies. So let's say something happened to one of our cars and it's like, oh, we need new tires. That can add up fast, right? That's a good case of an emergency because we may not have, let's just say $600, to spend on that like now. We would have it because I saved up for it in the emergency fund, So it's a good idea to actually have that in mind too, but having several savings accounts can seem a little bit confusing for most people. So starting out, at least have one savings account and put a good chunk of your income into that savings account, okay? That is the key. And some of you or all of you may be thinking, well, if I'm working so hard and I make, oh my God, $3,000 that month, I'm going to spend it because I worked hard. And you know what? That's okay too. It is. But just make sure and think, well, you know what? That might not happen for another month or 2 or 3 or 4, depending on the systems you have set in place. So it's always a good idea to save. I know you want to spend it, and that's okay. You can spend $2,500 out of that $3,000 you had just made, but save at least a good chunk, say $500, in case the next month maybe you make $1,000 or you make, $500. Who knows? So then that way you always have something. The longer you sort of have that savings account and the longer you're actually working, it's a lot easier to build up the savings account. Then you might be able to say, okay, well, in the savings account, I have $10,000. So I can spend a little bit more this month. I made $5,000, but I can actually spend that because even if I don't have a good month the month after, well, I have $10,000 in the savings account. So, it just sort of evens itself out. And I do that a lot. Once again, some months I make $8,000, sometimes I make $2,000, sometimes I make $1,000. So it does even itself out if you save. But as I mentioned in my blog article, some things you can do to really help, I guess, help to guarantee that you are making enough money. And that is to have many different products or let's say digital offerings at the same time. Like I don't just offer one product or one ebook or one course and sell that. I have 30 probably in total, and I sell those throughout the year so that if I know that I'm having a slow month, I may say, okay, I have 30 products out there, but you know what? Today or this month is a slow month. I'm going to create something new, have it done in a week or 2, and then sell that because it is new. So those loyal clients and the loyal fans you have will say, oh, wow, she created something new and this sounds amazing. I need this. And they buy it just like that. Okay? It is true, it happens, but you need to be in business for, I'd say, at least a few months to have your loyal fans, because if nobody knows who you are, then they don't know where to look to buy your products, and then they are not going to be amazed by them. But I talk about that too in other blog articles as well. So that helps huge. And you need to be consistent on social media. That helps also. So where I have here, market often, it just kind of talks about you being consistent. So post every day on social media, things that your clients will be interested in. Like if you're the type of person who is selling, let's say you're a personal trainer and you know your clients are interested in health. They are interested in working out. They are interested in eating healthy. So post every day on, say, a new healthy recipe for them to try, a new workout plan, a new workout video. Post something every day. Even if you just post something as simple as, oh, I was at the gym for 2 hours today. I feel amazing. I had a green smoothie afterwards. What type of smoothie did you have? Even if you post something small and try to engage with your clients or potential clients every single day, that will help you stay in their minds. And if you stay in their minds, the next course that comes out, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, oh wow, like they've been posting every day. They offer some good tips. Maybe I should take this new course because it does answer all of the questions that I have. It does solve all the problems that I have. I think I'm going to buy this course now. So that's how things work. Because if you're not consistent on social media, then your clients or potential clients are thinking, well, if they can't be bothered to be in touch with us every single day, how do they talk with their clients? Like, how do they get in touch with their clients? Do they just sort of have them sign up for a course and then they never talk to them again, or they never hear from them again? That's not what I want, because that does happen. Okay, I have seen it. I have heard from other people that they will sign up for this amazing coaching course, and their coach, they think, will be with them every step of the way, but they email them and they hear back from them a week and a half later, and it's just pretty much a 1 sentence, a 2 sentence email when they had a lot of questions, but the coach didn't take time to answer them. And that coach or those coaches are probably inconsistent on social media. They don't know how to manage their time, so they don't see email or social media as important. And it's extremely important, because if customers ask you questions, you need to answer them, because if you don't, they see that you don't care, and then they're not going to buy from you. So be consistent. And passive income is also the main thing, and I love this. So my courses that I have, my ebooks, my videos, they are all on the website. So people can purchase them anytime. They can purchase them at 2 in the morning, at 9 p.m. at night. It doesn't matter. They can purchase them as soon as they click that Buy Me Now button. They get the course info delivered to their email, the login info, their password, everything. They log in and it's right there. That I love. And that took time to create, but I love it. And I work at the dental office a couple days a week, and often I get emails sent to my phone saying, you have sold a new course for $300. Then another one, you have sold a new course for $1,000. So I'm thinking, well, here I am working at the dental office, maybe making $200 or $300 a day. Well, I just made, $1,000 or $1,300 with my courses that I'm not doing anything now for. It took time to make those courses. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of time to make the videos. It took a lot of time to do all of that. But now that it is done, I sit back and, I watch the money come in, because people have either read my blog articles, they have watched the videos that I have on YouTube, and then they go, oh, I'm going to check on her website and see what courses she has to offer. And they click onto my site, they see the amazing courses that I have, and then they purchase. So see how this sort of works out, right? You have to start small and then keep it up from there. And then soon enough, you will only have to create, say, a new course every 3 months, maybe every 6 months, but the rest of it is passive income. So then that way you can do other things. You can go hang out outside, you can take a holiday, you can do whatever you want. So that is what I teach you guys how to do in my newest blog article. Just pretty much how to keep your clients coming, and then how to find new ones. Because without new clients, without new customers, your business is kind of at a standstill, and that's not good for any business. You need new clients, new customers all the time, right? Like, think if you sell cookies. Let's say you have a little shop selling cookies and cupcakes. Your current, clients or customers, I should say, that come in there, they can only come in and buy cakes and cupcakes so often, right? So you need new customers all the time. So please have a look. I do have this on my website, of course, and I do have a link for you to sign up as well for the online course creation. Okay, so this is completely free, where I teach you guys how to create your own course. You don't have to pay anything. I teach you exactly step by step how to create your own course, so then you can start making your own money sooner rather than later. So good luck, and let me know if you have any questions. I am always here to help.